Put a finger down if you met your husband in middle school, but you don't really remember him. But fast forward to your junior year, you go to a vocational school, but you end up getting pregnant. So you come back to your home school. This person is in your honors English class. So you guys start to hang out, get close, and eventually meet his mom, but she doesn't like you because you had a kid in high school, so she thinks you're an HOE. A few months later, he eventually asks you to be his girlfriend, and you say yes. The next month, you guys graduate high school due to your last names. You sat right next to each other at graduation. When it's time to get your diploma, you walk past everyone, and his mom says really, really mean things to you. Fast forward to the end of the year, you find out you're pregnant, but you don't keep it because of his mom. The very next month, on New Year's Eve, you find out that he's been sleeping with your best friend for the majority of the summer. You try to forgive him and make it work, but eventually you guys break up, only to find out that you're pregnant a few months later. You guys decide to get back together and eventually move in with his mom. After a few months of the baby being born, you eventually break up. It is now 2014. After about 2 years of not being together, you guys start to mess around again and become pregnant with your second child together. It is 2015, you guys get married, and you guys move back to his hometown so he can join the police academy. He joins the police academy and gets kicked out a week before graduation. Your friend gets him a job at a very popular food chain as a manager. Shortly after starting this job, you get speculations that he's cheating. You find text messages between him and under what looks like a male's name in text messages saying very inappropriate things. You address it, nothing comes of it. You eventually find out you're pregnant, but you don't tell anyone because you have a trip coming up to Phoenix and you want to surprise him there. You guys go to climb Camelback Mountain and you tell him. He seems kind of happy, but not so happy. Eventually, you guys are getting ready to leave and you get your hotel receipt and you're charged for long distance calls for this same set number that you just addressed before you got on this trip. You guys get home. A few weeks later, he doesn't come home. When he does decide to come home the next day, he said he stayed at the old house because you guys were in the middle of a move and he just wanted some peace and quiet. Shortly after, he does it again, but this time you check his location and he's at a Holiday Inn. Just to make sure you're not tripping, you call the job and they say he left 2 hours ago. At this point, he finally comes home and you find out that he's been cheating with a manager at the job. You address the situation. Eventually, nothing is changing. You then do a 5-hour stakeout at his job just so you can address the person yourself and eventually almost go to jail. He finally cuts it off. We're married. We go to therapy and try to work it out. Eventually, this person starts to show up at his job and threatens you that they hope that you lose your baby. Fast forward to 2020, you guys move to Texas. 3 years of living in Texas, you find out the day after Christmas that he's cheating again. You tell his mom because over the years, you guys have rebuilt your relationship and she's so disappointed and she can't believe that this homewrecker would do that. Finally, you say enough is enough and you call it quits. So for the next 2 years, you receive mean, rude, and degrading text messages and random phone calls just hanging up. It eventually leads to a mental breakdown, but he doesn't believe you because he thinks you're doing it to yourself. You eventually file a police report, but nothing comes of it because it's just a bunch of fake numbers. Fast forward to today, they're still together. The mom has taken trips with said homewrecker, and you're single going on 4 years, and you're the happiest you've ever been.